Welcome back to more Spider-Man here on Kwings Let's Plays. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. It's Spidey time. You freeze.
After the wrong guy.
Yeah, he's innocent.
The police are after you?
Well, yeah, the guy who jumped Otto Octavius was obviously not Spider-Man because Spider-Man was in the crowd.
Yeah.
As Peter Parker.
Oh, right. I know.
So basically the police are shooting first and asking questions later, but one of the things that's really funny about this game, because, yeah, that's pork and donuts. Yeah. Which, this game was actually made in California, and they didn't have Dunkin' Donuts out there, which is kind of
so
interesting.
bad for them.
They did a lot of research for New York City. Well, sort of. I mean, you really saw with the Spider-Man Sam Raimi games, New York City come to life for the first time. This one, not so much.
Well, remember when we were in LA? Every time we go there, they're like, oh yeah, I think there's a Dunkin' Donuts somewhere around here. It's like 17 blocks away. It's like, wow. It's like, yeah, that's in the East Coast. There's a Dunkin' Donuts. There's like 2 or 3 Dunkin' Donuts in every small town. And in big towns, I don't want to say how many there are.
Okay, so I just want to explain to you guys and gals that this game changes up the gameplay mechanic a little bit. So you go from the 3D environment where you have the camera behind you, and then they have this old school kind of like Super Nintendo Spider-Man style game right now where we're climbing up the side of the wall and have to avoid like all these missiles and stuff as the burning is on fire. This is something you saw in a lot of like 16-bit Spider-Man games. Not so much the 3D part right here, but where he's climbing on the wall and you have to, you know, get up to where you're going.
Yeah.
The Game Boy had a Spider-Man game like that, and the Super Nintendo and NES both had levels similar to this, but they couldn't do this graphically, of course.
Yeah.
And there were a lot of later games. Checkpoint! There we go.
I am just amazed that 18 years ago they could make something that looked this cool.
It was pretty awesome. I mean, I still remember how excited I was to pick this game up. So, we've had it for a while. It's still the original red cartridge for Spider-Man, because in the 2000s, certain N64 games would get colored cartridges.
Yup, like the gold Zelda one.
Yep. Well, no, the gold one went all the way back to the 1998
Oh, yeah,
thing.
you're right.
No! Stop shooting me with missiles!
Yeah, actually, I don't think my family had the
Dang
Spider-Man
it.
game, so this is the first time I've actually seen it.
Yeah, well, I mean, I didn't sell most of my N64 collection. I had 300 games, and I kept maybe 45. Maybe. I got rid of all my Super Nintendo games, with the exception of 10, and I got rid of all my NES games, with the exception of 5.
Yeah, and if you guys are wondering, Luke actually sold his game collection so he could afford my ring.
I did, but I wish I would have actually done the newspaper, because I got ripped off at that pawn shop. I could have made a lot more.
Stealing isn't my style.
Stealing's not your style?
You probably wanted to get it over with all of them.
I wanted to get married and afford a ring and be with a woman that I loved. And I was willing to, put up something that was super important to me to try to make my dreams come true. That's what I did as a dude. But speaking of weirdness, before I forget, have you noticed what the guns look like in this game for both the police officers and the bad guys? They're like kind of weird boxes with like holes.
Oh yeah, I thought those were supposed to look like less like guns, so that would be like censorship or
No,
something.
there was no censorship in this. They're using like actual bullets at us and stuff like that, but the guns look so bad. And this is funny because GoldenEye came out before this.
Oh, and it looked realistic.
Mm-hmm.
That's funny.
Oh my goodness.
Maybe they had to... I guess it depends on how much time they had, or I don't know.
I don't know. There were some other N64 games and PlayStation games that did that, though.
Yeah.
Yep, MJ was right. You should have stayed home.
maybe just lazy gun making skills.
Also, have you noticed that death below us is like a kind of green or blue fog?
Yeah.
You can't even see what the ground is like below you because it's,
Just see the tops of the buildings.
18 years ago.
Nowhere to go but up.
Climbing minigame.
It probably would be too much to handle
Enough with the shooting already.
I know, right?
all the details.
It would cause your system to jam up. Mm-hmm. So, but yeah, this was known as the green or the blue fog for the Spider-Man game, and sometimes the fog would change depending on the tint of someone's television. I've heard people call it the yellow fog, purple fog. For me, it always looked kind of greenish.
It's so weird that our televisions were all different back then. I mean, they still are, kind of, but...
I think it had to do with the saturation level. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Or contrast.
I am so glad that TVs are different, though, nowadays, because tube TVs were so bad for you.
Yep. And I just want to show you guys, this was a trick I learned when I was a teenager, is you can actually, like, climb on the side of this and scale the building so much faster, plus you can avoid a lot of the incoming fire until you're at the very top.
You're supposed to avoid that little, like, target that's coming at you, yeah, it makes...
Yeah, but climbing up the side of the building like that, it, you know, save time.
Yeah, definitely.
And...
So this is probably the jump and then swing. Okay, yeah.
Yep.
Oh my gosh. No way, Luke.
No, it's all automatic. You don't need to worry about it.
Oh, I thought you died.
No, that's part of the game.
Oh.
Then it's back to the wall climbing again.
Well, I think Spider-Man is so popular. He's so easy to see, and he's friendly, and... I mean, just the comic book covers were so exciting to look at.
Oh, you're right. Comic book covers, I forgot. So, I still have the cheats for this game.
Monsters infest sewers.
Okay, yeah, they're cutting out a lot of dialogue, but he's like, lizards invade sewers, yeah, right. But there are different comic books. I don't remember where they all are, but there are comic books scattered throughout the levels where you can get another Spider-Man costume. And I already remember the cheats for this. The clone is for the Ben Reilly Spider-Man costume. Scarlet Spider is for, of course, the Scarlet Spider costume. There's one for $20.99. There's one for Spider-Man Unlimited, which I believe, I might be wrong, but the voice of Spider-Man Unlimited, the weird futuristic Spider-Man Batman Beyond show where he was like in an animal New York, like animal people, I believe that Romano, the guy who is the voice of Batman from 2004 and Spider-Man in these two games, is the voice from Spider-Man Unlimited, so that's why he was the voice for Spidey. I think.
Oh.
I would really have to double check though, but I think that's why. So, because he was, it would make sense though, because I mean, you know, it was a Sony property and all that fun stuff.
I'm having a lot of fun watching you play this, and it's really cool.
It's bringing back a lot of memories. I mean, I remember...
Monsters infest sewers.
This seems vaguely familiar to me for some reason. I don't know if I watched you play it before.
It's possible?
Yeah. Or maybe I've watched similar games as this with the fog and everything.
There wasn't as many games with the fog like that.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
fog kind of looks like either there's toxic waste all over the city, or it's a really weird, like, tornado is about to come with green fog. It's just weird.
Monsters infest sewers.
Yeah, that's Rino Romano. So, Rino Romano was the voice of Spider-Man from Spider-Man Unlimited. I just remembered.
Yeah, I feel like in this game, the black cat, she looks so curvy. It's like, and then she looks like she's supposed to be like Marilyn Monroe with long hair or something. She's like super curvy.
You want to know some useless trivia?
Sure.
Saban helped produce Spider-Man the Animated Series in the 90s and Spider-Man Unlimited, the second Spider-Man cartoon from the 90s.
Oh, okay.
Because he had a stake in Fox Kids. And Fox had the Spider-Man license before it went to Sony.
Wow. So Saban helped with that? Wow.
Yep. Saban produced a lot of Fox Kids shows, except for Batman the Animated Series.
Such a smart, like, very business-heavy person.
Yeah, he is. But he's also kind of a cheapie. So...
Well, if you're not a cheapie, how are you supposed to make money if you're spending it all on other stuff?
Uh-oh. That was close. We almost ended up in the fog of... Oh, pixelation! Problem with the system.
Yep.
Oh my goodness. I'm glad how well this came out. I mean, you know, it's 18 years ago, people. I mean, it's not gonna be... We're not playing on emulation, so this is not an upscaled thing. You're seeing what the game would have played like on the N64.
Yep.
Although,
Exactly.
I think our TVs were a little bit better back then, because it was a CRT. It was designed for that, you know, type of look.
Oh, interesting.
I think because this is on an HD 1080p, like 55-inch TV, it's stretching it quite a bit.
Oh, that's possible.
Run, Spidey, run! Yeah, it's definitely Tom Cruise.
Hey, you gonna pay for that tower? Uh-oh. Spider sense tingling. One more step and it's a load of web fluid sticking you to that wall.
Well, it's not the most romantic proposition
Wah,
I've ever
wah.
had.
Black Cat. Oh, I'm so glad it's you.
Good to see you too, big boy, but you got a problem. Venom's got control of the Jumbotron in Times Square. He's been ranting for hours with a
What
message
is
for you.
wrong with
Venom's only
cats?
face on that big screen? Now, that's scary.
That's not all. Rhino's on a rampage over at Omnitech as well.
What is this, the bad guy Olympics? Look, Times Square is on the way to Omnitech. Let's find out what Venom's up to, and then we'll tackle Rhino.
The Venom Marathon continues on the biggest TV in New York. We're shouting out to the whole big rotten apple here, people.
Sad thing is, he'll probably get his own television for this.
So we've got this beautiful redhead. You know her. She's one of those famous spinballers. We have decided that this poor little lassie has 24 hours to live. 24 hours! Oh, by the way, her name is Mary Jane Parker.
No. Mary Jane?
So, just in case someone, I don't know who it could be, if any of you tight-wearing freaks out there want to save little Miss Fashion Model, then bring it on! Meanwhile, New Yorkers, the Venom Marathon will continue!
Listen, I realize what this means. Forget about helping me with Omnitech. I can handle Rhino.
Rhino by yourself? Thanks, Cat, but no thanks. Look, being Spider-Man has given me a lot and taken a lot away, but one thing never changes. My responsibility to use my powers for others before myself, no matter what the cost. There are innocent people at Omnitech, and they need our help right now. I won't let them down. Then I'll stop Venom. And this time, it's for the last time.
Uh-oh. What is wrong with Cat's face?
Looks like she's wearing a creepy,
Too
like,
late.
alien.
That makes 2 major technology heists in 2 days.
That leaves one question. Where's Rhino?
Right there.
Rhino's face looks more realistic than hers.
Bug boy!
Uh-oh.
Watch out, Spidey!
Still looks pretty bad.
Oh boy, Spidey fans, Black Cat is out. Rhino's looking to take Spidey down as well. But fortunately for the web slinger, Rhino's only got a one-track mind.
Rhino's only got a one-track mind, huh? Yeah, he runs into things that are electric. Now, I don't remember what we're supposed to do when he's electrocuted Bane style. I think we're not supposed to attack him like I just demonstrated. So probably use impact webbing.
So is that really Stan Lee's voice on here?
18 years ago, Stan Lee, yeah.
So how many appearances has Stan Lee made in...
Video games, radio, cartoons.
Yeah, I mean, like, how does he sleep, like, with all the work he's done? Like, not to mention his creations, it's like... Then he went and he actually did the voiceover for his games and stuff. It's pretty amazing.
He's an amazing guy. Although, nowadays, he can't even go to conventions anymore. It's kind of sad.
He works, I mean, you can just tell with how many things he's done, how hard he worked for, like, where he got to, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh boy, Spidey fans, Black Cat is out. Rhino's looking to take
N64 glitch.
Spidey
It feels like he actually liked doing it, though.
Rhino's only got a one-track mind.
Yeah, Rhino's only got one-track mind. So, what we need to do is have Rhino run into that, and then you hit him with impact webbing like this.
Equipment.
There's a weapon. Oh! Okay, that didn't go over well. Come on, Rhino.
Get you all lit up.
They really need to get rid of this video game trope, though. There are so many big boss characters where you have to get them riled up and they run into something and get stuck.
Bane.
Yep, Arkham games with Bane, and even before that, the, you know,
Well, that other game with Bane, too, the one that we played.
Batman Rise of Sinzu.
Yeah.
But this game predates that by about 3 years.
Oh, so we should really call it Rhino.
We should really call it the Rhino. Yep. It's no longer the Bane, it's the Rhino. It's the Rhino trope.
Yep.
But yeah, if you guys want to see more Spider-Man games that are from the N64 or Super Nintendo era, let me know. Just know that I have not beaten many of the Spider-Man games from the Super Nintendo and Genesis era because they are hard as college.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, shocking, isn't it, Rhino? Oh my goodness.
Yeah, the only Genesis system that I had, like I said, was the Sega Genesis because we were just at the retro store recently, and I had never seen a Sega Saturn like up close before, and there's so many Sega systems I never
Impact webbing, impact webbing.
I never saw the games for.
See, that's all you got to do.
Good job.
Nighty night, Rhino. Save. Yes. Oh, I'm glad that save pack thingy works.
Yay.
Spider sense time. Oh, the boys in blue again. Better hide. Best seat in the house. Octavius, what's he doing here?
Please, stand back, officer.
That's Trapmatic.
Doc Ock helping the police? Maybe he is reformed. Ock's taking care of Rhino. I need to find out what happened to Black Cat.
This is a job for Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
Spider-Man.
They're like, it's okay. You can fix your
Cat.
face.
Cat, it's Peter.
Peter, gotta help me.
Whoa!
Really paranoid.
Perfect.
Her face is still scary.
So we're supposed to believe that's not Doc Ock and Carnage. Get him, Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
Well, that's my story, Johnny.
Looks like you're in a lot of trouble. You'll find Venom.
But how? Venom is invisible to my spider sense.
Knowing your luck, Venom will find you. Have faith, Spidey.
Bye, Johnny.
Where could she be?
Did a good job on the Statue of Liberty's face.
Gotta find her. Got no choice.
Uh-oh.
Where, what a wuss. Hey, wanna race? Parker hates it when I get the drop on him.
I hate it when he gets the drop on me.
That was funny.
Hurry up, Parker.
Chase Venom to his hideout.
Move it, Spidey, move it!
Alright, come on, Spidey, you've got this.
Actually, we're kind of running out of time today, so we're gonna do that for tomorrow.
Aww.
I know! Getting pretty exciting. So anyway, guys and gals, join us tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for Catch Venom in Spider-Man on the N64. And in the comment section below, tell us your favorite old school Spider-Man game and why it was your favorite.
Yay.
Until we meet again, God bless and happy gaming. Check out some of the other cool vids going up on Kwings Let's Plays later today. Excelsior!
Excelsior.
See ya.
Yeah.